You on freeze.
10 would be 5 inches. The rule would be x over 40. Okay. 11. You've got your table. I'm going to focus on the equation for 11 would be 18,000 minus 2400x. The slope being negative at 2400, meaning for every year older the car gets, it loses $2,400 in value, depreciation. The y-intercept is 18,000. That's the starting value of the car. Brand new, the car costs $18,000. Scott, good morning. Okay. On 12, I'm skipping 12 for now. Let's do 12 real quick. What do you guys think? Or 132? Right, because as you turn on the oven, the temperature goes up. It doesn't go up forever. You turn on the oven, and then it's at an even, like if I guess last night I baked Brussels sprouts. So I guess not baked, roasted Brussels sprouts. You don't doing it right then. Okay. So right, the temperature on the oven, it doesn't go up forever. It levels off after a while. Okay. Opening the refrigerator door. Standing with it open. No, the temperature. Yeah, the temperature. So you open the door, it gets hotter inside the refrigerator. You close the door, it starts cooling down again. Right, Carlos, wake up. The temperature. You turn on the air conditioner, so it's hot when you get in the house. You turn on the air conditioner. It cools the house down to a stable temperature. It doesn't cool it down indefinitely, right? Your house isn't going to get to 32 degrees. Try as you might, or eventually it'll level out. Okay. Yes. So you might have wanted, it could be even better graph was I'm here, or it's that you open the door and as you stand with it open, right, the longer you keep the door open, the higher the temperature inside the fridge gets. My mom always says when you stand with the door open, you're letting all the ping pong balls out. Is that a saying? Have you ever heard that?
No.
I don't know. My mom, anytime I'm home. No. It's not even old time. It's just my mom's a weirdo. Like, you have the door open. Like, if I'm standing there and I, like, grab the jelly and then I'm going to, like, if I don't immediately close the door, she's like, stop letting all the ping pong balls out. I'm like, I don't know, you guys. It's just what she says. Oh, don't give her that much credit. Love her. I don't know why she says, my mom's the queen of, like, weird sayings, and they're never right. Like, you know, like, slow as molasses, that saying? Yeah. My mom's like, slow as the Mississippi. I'm like, she just makes stuff up. Okay. Happy Mother's Day. Love you. Okay. For 13, we're going to talk about equations again. Come back. For 13, oh my gosh, shush. Starts at 1150, loses 230 each year. Okay. For 15, you should have had slopes. The first one was a slope of -2. The second one was a slope of 3.
Can we go over 14?
Hold up. Okay. Yeah, if you have 45 minutes to get home before dinner, you need to be home within 45 minutes or less.
Oh, okay.
If you have an airplane can hold up to 134 people, it can hold 134 people or less. It has up to 7 hours of battery life, so you're not going to get more than 7. So I would say this is 7. I could have used a better number line, but I didn't, and that's how you shade things on a number line.
Okay.
Yes. So if the desired, I said it's x over 40. So whatever your desired feet of eligibility is, you divide it by 40, and that tells you how many inches. It's 1 inch for every 40 feet. Is that okay with you? Levi who's asking the question? Huh? What?
So he said, is it good? He said, no, I'm good.
Okay. You're fine. Okay. You need to make sure you do not keep this. If you keep this and don't give it back to me, you get a 0.
Because you're cheating.
Can you guys shut your mouths? I don't know why you're talking so much. Okay. I'll go back to my starting value, and for these, I at least want to see the break-even point. Right? This is exactly like the problems that we did with the mugs and such. Okay? So I need to see both those. So if I didn't see both those, I didn't like your graph. Okay, that's one thing to point out. Circles are bad.
Do we not even have to write the things on the side? Like the numbers on the back? This was not a graph that you could scale. Right? What I do want to see are your axes. I want to see axes. If I was graphing this and like I was going to, this is a sketch of a graph. Wait, so you don't want that?
I'm not worried about the scale when you're sketching a graph. Okay? If we're doing problems like your warm-up just was, then I expect to see an accurate graph. Okay? Yeah, a lot of you guys did not have a break-even point, and I didn't like that. What? No, every test was not different. A lot of you guys did pretty good work on the B level question. Only a few of you got the A level question. I'm going to give you like 3 minutes where I want you to correct your graph. I want everyone to fix their C level question. Like most people miss the C level question. I need better graphs and better equations. Okay? So everyone fix the C level. If you got the C and B, then work on the A level. Everyone missed at least one part of this quiz though. Okay? What?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Don't erase. Don't erase. Sorry, don't erase. Use a separate pen or we are getting some questions answered. As a reminder for you guys, when you failed a quiz, right? If you got a 1, you failed that quiz. Our first semester grade is based on A1 through A4. Yeah, we're a little out of order. We're actually doing linear functions first. Okay? So as a reminder, I think you're all familiar, and I hope we've learned a bit from our freshman year and are taking things a little more seriously. And you know that I'm not kidding when I say, right, if you're not passing it, you need to pass it the next time we see it. Okay? We'll take another linear functions quiz, maybe the end of next week. Because hopefully by then, right, some of you guys asking really good questions, this warm-up was really good for you today, talking about the homework was really good for you, and you're starting to be like, oh, okay, I see it now, right? Don't be in a spot where you're just like, well, I don't know this, so I'm never going to know it, so I'm just always going to never know it, right? That doesn't make any sense. Most of you guys are doing the right thing, right? You're asking questions, you're figuring out the mistakes you made, so that when we take a quiz again next week, you improve. And you know that the minute you improve, and I can put in the new quiz grade for you, that it would override the last. Okay? So as a reminder, in case you forgot over the summer, you either need to be improving, right? You either need to be improving or you need to be consistent. Those of you guys who got 3s and 4s, if you want to keep an A or B in this class, you need to make sure you're getting an A or B on the next quiz, right? The next quiz isn't going to be the same stuff. It's going to be a little bit more because we've learned a little bit more. Okay? Are there any questions about that or reminders? All right. So that being said, please make sure your quizzes are in a nice, neat pile on your table. I'm sorry, a stack, not a pile. They're all going the same way, preferably face down. You can keep your business to yourself. Preferably face down, all the way in the same direction. Okay. Whoa. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is do some modeling, okay? Not like runway stuff, don't get excited. Levi, can you sit down? You're going to graph these points on here. I am going to ask that you try and have a somewhat accurate scale fitting these points on there. You're going to graph these points. They're not going to fit a perfect straight line. Okay, we're going to learn something new after you graph those points. So we're talking about some quality control issues. What's acceptable margins of error? So that's what we're looking at today. You're going to graph all these points. So your first thing to do is create a good scale and put all these points on the graph. Okay, that's step 1. Mr. Richard, will you cut? Books and your homework, because you know that it is a math day. Okay. You don't talk while you do that. No. Just get out your workbooks. You're late. Sorry. Go get a pass. Yeah, down in the main office. Pink slip. Okay. Get out your notebooks. I'm also looking for this intro to similarity homework. Okay. Since I'm telling you guys this for the first time, there's going to be a competition over the first semester about who does the most homework, okay? This is between Trinity. This is between us and 4th period. Mr. Hrishu teaches 3rd period and 4th period of text geometry. And so he's, I don't know, who's the better class though? Wow. You know what we'll find out though? We'll find out who has the most homework done. Okay? Your homework has to be done from now on. Thank you. So making sure you're doing homework. Hi, good morning. Or afternoon. I'm not sure which. So we're going to be keeping a tally on the board for how many people are doing their homework. Okay? It'll be updated every math day. The class. We're going to be keeping track of how many people don't do homework. So it's going to be missing homework that's written on the board. The class with the lower number, right, the fewest missing assignments, will win a pizza party at the end of the semester. Okay? Yes, John.
What if one class has more people than the other? Wouldn't they probably have a higher number of people who don't do their work? Shouldn't it be percentages?
I think the classes, there's like maybe a difference of one student. Not enough. The difference is not big enough for me to do percentages. Also, I don't care if we're bigger or smaller, you should be doing your homework every day. Our number should be at 0 for the whole semester of how many people miss assignments, if you want to know my take on that. Yes?
What if they're the same number?
They won't be.
What if they are? Just like theoretically.
What if we all die before that even happens? Yeah, I guess no one gets pizza then.
Jesus, that got morbid.
I don't like hypothetical questions. Yes?
So is this for the week or
This is for the semester.
the rest of the semester?
From now until the end of January.
What happens if you don't win?
Or are we doing quarters?
That's not good.
Oh, I'll also tell you this. I normally don't advertise this. We normally don't advertise this till the end of the semester, but I'll tell you right now. Anyone who's done all their homework for the first semester, who has done all their homework for the first semester, on the day of your final, Mr. Horatio and I will make you breakfast. Okay? So we get here early, and we have a griddle, and we do pancakes and eggs, or we did waffles last year. Waffles and eggs, we make you a real good breakfast. Not like we don't hand you a granola bar, like we wear our aprons and cook a breakfast for anyone who's done all their homework over the semester. So that's something to think about as well. Okay? What? It does include late work. Okay? It does include if you missed a homework assignment, but because sometimes that happens, but you come in and you make it up because you know how to be a good student, we'll count it. Okay? Yes?
How can we count on your breakfast being good?
Yeah.
You want to cook breakfast? It's a free breakfast.
Really good too, but like, I don't see us going there.
I don't. You gonna do all your homework?
Most of them just say thank you.
Oh God. Yeah.
What's up, Missy? What about Miss Firestone? Does she help?
She probably will. This is the first year she's teaching tech geo.
Um,
Okay, so have this out. We have a lot to do today. Here is your warm-up on, just kidding. Here is your warm-up. Find the surface area of the building.
oh yeah.
It doesn't really take talking. The noise level should not explode as you start working on this. Okay, writing this problem down. Finding the surface area of this building. Notice that it says to ignore the floor. Talk about that in a little bit. Have out your similarity worksheet. Ready, set, go.